My name is Justin Lee Dees, and my gamer tag is I Got Your Pistola, or just Pistola, whatever you want to call me. I've been a pro gamer since the age of 14, and I am 24 years old right now. So I've been doing it for pretty much a decade. At the beginning of 2016, we were pretty much with Heinz APG, and we were with Team EnVy, and which was, I've been with EnVy for over a year now. This was before Worlds, Heinz and APG ended up leaving the team. So Miquin and I had to find 2 members, and it was a struggle. So I got a lot of hate at the time because people thought, or I got the washed up comments and all that. That's normal, pretty much. Anytime a new Halo comes out and an old pro isn't as good at first, they'll say you're washed up, which is a normal thing, happens all the time. Seen it. We ended up teaming with Arcanum and Ogre 2 going into regionals, which is where we were going to qualify for Worlds, and we ended up not qualifying. So I sat at home watching Worlds, which was obviously devastating for me because, I'm a competitor and I want to play at that top level, and I didn't get to go compete at a world championship. It was Miquin and I, and we were teaming with Rain and L-Town, and we decided that we wanted to pick up Snipetown, and we were going to drop L-Town for him. And once we picked up Snipetown, we found out that Hook wanted to join our team, and Hook was a Call of Duty pro. And before he came over to Halo, and he switched to Halo because there was an age restriction for Call of Duty, and Halo was younger. We were like, okay, this guy is a freak. I mean, he's so good. I won my first tournament when I was 16. And that's whenever I was some of the best reaction time and best I've ever played Halo, was when I was that age. And so we were like, okay, if we can get this young gun on the team, there's a chance, we can beat the best team / be the best team. And so it was a struggle because we didn't really want to drop Rain at the time because he was a good friend and a great teammate, and he was a great player. But, business is business, and we made the decision. And so we picked up Hook. So we had Miquin, Hook, Snipetown, and myself, and our coach, Alumni. And we didn't see immediate success, and we figured that we knew we were gonna have to work really hard. But after working really hard for months, we ended up winning the fall finals, so it ended up paying off, and it was worth it. But I still feel bad. Every team change, I always feel bad. So at St. Louis this past weekend, we placed 3rd. We played all right. We definitely didn't play up to our standards, and in general, the chemistry felt weird all weekend. We were still talking about stuff that happened in game when we would lose instead of talking about the next game a lot, and I know I did that. And in general, it seemed like we were more frustrated and not having as much fun. And there was no vetoes this time, and there's game types we need to work on, and so when we would go into a game type we know that we're still, trying to work on, we would get frustrated when we would lose it. Well, honestly, we shouldn't, because we know we need to work on it. Something was off, and that happens sometimes. I'm glad it was that weekend. Ever so often you have a tournament where you're just not feeling it, and we just weren't feeling it. Hopefully, next event, that doesn't happen, which, as I said, that's usually pretty rare for teams that are really good to have just a bad day, and that's what it felt like to me. But yeah, I think we need to work on everything.